ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। You hear any background noise?
No, sir.
Is background noise? No background noise?
No, sir.
Is it clear? My volume, my audio.
Yes, sir.
Is there any music or something is being played in my background?
No.
Okay, very good. Now let us start. Dhritarashtra's question. From here we are supposed to start after a long time. Long gap. Sorry. After a long gap. There's a long gap. After a long time. Yes. We are resuming this class. Gita home study class. Okay. Up to the previous page, we have seen now the question of Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya was sitting in the palace in Hastinapura in front of Dhritarashtra, who asked this question. In fact, that question forms the first shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let us chant. Dhritarashtra uvacha.
Dhritarashtra uvacha.
Dharma kshetre kurukshetre.
Dharma kshetre kurukshetre.
Samaveta yuyutsavaha.
Samaveta yuyosavaha.
Mamakav pandavaschaiva.
Mamakav pandavaschaiva.
Kimakurvata Sanjaya.
Kimakurvata Sanjaya.
The meaning of the first shloka is given. What happened between the Pandavas and my people at Kurukshetra? Who asked this question? Dhritarashtra. To whom? Sanjaya. Sanjaya was his charioteer, and Dhritarashtra, the king of Hastinapura, asked this question. And Sanjaya was blessed with the vision of seeing things that happening at a far off place. He has been blessed with this faculty by Vyasacharya. So therefore, Dhritarashtra wanting to know what was happening in the battlefield. After he heard the news that Bhishma was made to lie on the bed of arrows, he was much worried and wanted to know what had happened in the battlefield. Therefore, the question is what happened. It means the incident, the war already began. So therefore, the question is what happened, not what is happening. What happened between the Pandavas and my people at Kurukshetra? Another thing here from the question we can infer. He says, my people is Mama Putraha, Duryodhanadayaha, my sons, and Pandu's sons. It means the sons of his brother Pandu were not considered to be his people. So he clearly distinguishes. They are separate from my sons. So it means he wanted his son Duryodhana to be the king. It's very clear because since he could not become the king, at least he wanted his son to occupy the throne. So there was some always jealousy with regard to the Pandu as well as his sons, Pandavas. So therefore the question is, what happened between the sons of Pandu, Pandavaha, and my people? My people, it means he owns them. They are my people. Duryodhana are my people. His son. So therefore it clearly shows that he distinguishes his brother's sons from his own sons, Duryodhana and others. As the narrator of the Gita, Sanjaya had been given the power by Vyasacharya, the special power given by Vyasacharya to see and also hear, not only vision, it is audio, both video and audio, to see as well as hear what was taking place elsewhere. So sitting in one place, he can see and he can hear them. He can hear them also. He can very clearly hear what they talk also. That's how we could able to hear and present what Krishna and Arjuna were talking in the middle of the battlefield. He could see the battlefield and also zoom in on and hear what Krishna and Arjuna were talking. Individual talks, he can hear. Zoom in on the, like zooming in on a particular scene and the character of the scene and listen to their talks. That faculty was given, special faculty was given by Vyasacharya. In fact, Vyasacharya asked Dhritarashtra, but Dhritarashtra to ask for a boon, and he wanted to give this boon. He wanted to give this faculty to Dhritarashtra. But Dhritarashtra denied. Instead, he asked to give this power to his charioteer, Sanjaya. So therefore, Sanjaya was called by Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra wanted to know what was happening in the battlefield. Although Dhritarashtra was the oldest, most revered person in the family, he was nursing a jealousy towards the Pandavas because they were the sons of his younger brother Pandu, who ruled the kingdom instead of himself due to his blindness. Such complexes do not easily disappear. He is Janmana Andaha, Janusha Andaha, Janushandaha. By birth, Dhritarashtra, he was blind. If a person is blind, if a person who is born in a royal family has got some physical problem like blindness or lameness, any such angahina is there, then he doesn't deserve to be a king. He doesn't deserve. Therefore, the younger brother Pandu became the king. Since Dhritarashtra was blind and he didn't deserve to occupy the throne and rule the Hastinapura, his younger brother Pandu became the king and ruled the country. Therefore, he was nursing a jealousy towards Pandu as well as the sons of Pandu, Pandavaha. Sons of Pandus are called Pandavaha. Sons of Dhritarashtra is called Dhartarashtraha. So, therefore, in the battlefield, these Pandavaha and Dhartarashtraha were assembled. That is how the first shloka goes. Mamakaha Pandavaha, Mamakaha Dhartarashtraha, Mamaputraha Pandavaha. Samavetaha gathered, Yugutsavaha wanting to fight, assembled in the Kurukshetra, which is Dharmakshetra. What were they doing? It is important to note that the word dharma is the first word of the Gita. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre. So dharma. It's another important thing to be noted. The very first shloka of the Gita begins with the word dharma. Therefore, dharma is important. The dharma at any cost should be upheld by everybody. Whatever may be the person, whatever the role the person plays in the society, whether be it a king or a soldier or anybody, or even a family man, whatever is dharma, he has to uphold his dharma, follow dharma. So, therefore, dharma kshetre, there is a famous sentence in the Mahabharata, dharmo rakshati, rakshitaha, dharma will protect those who protect dharma. If you protect dharma, dharma will protect you. But that is not the case with things like money. The money you protect may protect you in a lifetime of need, but it can also attract bandits and muggers. When dharma is protected, it does protect you. That is the meaning of the Sanskrit phrase, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. It occurs in the Mahabharatam only. That phrase, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. How do you protect dharma? Dharma is protected by living a life of dharma, by following dharma, by following the order of Ishvara, by observing the duties which are enjoined by the Shastram, by observing the duties which are enjoined in keeping with one's varna, ashrama, and situation in life. So, therefore, following dharma is protecting dharma. Dharma is not an object, something which can protect by creating a fence. Dharma is the values. The values have to be followed. Followed values will protect the values. Dharma is a virtue. Dharma is a value. Therefore, protection of dharma is only by living a life of dharma, being a dharmika purusha. Only dharmika purushas protect dharma by following dharma. So that is what here the Gita emphasizes, dharma. Swadharme nidanam shayaha. Swadharma. Everybody has to follow one's own dharma. Whatever may be the dharma, one's own dharma, one has to observe for one's own ultimate good. Dharma will lead the person to the ultimate good. So therefore, dharma kshetra, the place is called Kurukshetra, where the battle happened, where the battle happens. The context here now, the battle that is called Kurukshetra, and the kshetra is Kurukshetra. The place is qualified by another word, Dharma Kshetra. This is the place, Kshetra meaning the field or the place where Dharma is upheld, where Dharma was upheld by the ancestors, the Kurus, and now it is going to be upheld by this Dharma Yuddha. So in two ways, Dharma Kshetra. It has the name of Dharma Kshetra because the ancestors of the Kurus were adherents of Dharma, and also now in the same place Dharma is going to be upheld by the Pandavas. The dharma, the yuddha is between dharma and adharma. Dharma, adharma yoga. This yuddha, the fight is between dharma and adharma. Kauravas, that is the sons of Dhritarashtra, they symbolize adharma. And the sons of Pandu, that is Pandavaha, they symbolize dharma. These both people are only assembled in the battlefield. Therefore, it is the fight between them, the fight between dharma and adharma. Ultimately, dharma will win because dharma is the order. Dharma is Ishvara. Adharma also in one way. Everything is Ishvara only. What about adharma? But adharma is also, the adharma is rubbing against the order of Ishvara. Even that also within the order of Ishvara, but finally dharma alone will win. That is the niyati. For the harmony of the society, for maintaining the order, dharma is required, and therefore finally dharma will win. Dharma may not win immediately. At the end, dharma alone will win. Win for sure. That is no doubt with regard to that. Dharmas may seem to be losing temporarily, but ultimately dharma will win. So, therefore, dharma, living the life of dharma, is protecting the dharma, and every varna, whether it is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, one has to live a life of dharma. By living a life of dharma, they protect dharma. So, dharma is doing what is to be done. That is why I said dharma is the order, is the wish of Ishvara. To go against the order, that is also possible. It is also given. It is also well within the order. Human beings has got free will. The same free will can be abused, can be misused. Therefore, one can go against the order, abuse free will, go against the order, do adharma, doing that it should not be done. That will cost the person heavily. So, adharma will pay. If not immediately, the long run, it will pay. Like in Mahabharata, here itself, Duryodhana had to pay a heavy price for that. He lost all the 11 Akshohinis. He lost all the people in the war. His own brothers, friends, Karna, etc., everybody, his gurus also, his allies, everything, everybody, all the properties he lost because he followed adharma. So therefore, to protect dharma is to live dharma, and for a Kshatriya to live dharma, he must do what is to be done. Doing what is to be done, that is called dharma. So dharma has the meaning of karma. Doing is karma. So dharma meaning karma. By doing only dharma is protected. Dharma is not by thinking. Dharma cannot be protected by thinking. Dharma cannot be protected by wishing. It is by doing. Therefore, to do what is to be done, that alone leads to Shreyas, ultimate good, moksha. That is why dharma is placed among the first purusharthas. Very important. The dharma kshetre kurukshetre, the Gita, very first shloka begins with the word dharma. Following dharma, over a period of time, when the person gets matured, it leads to moksha. Dharma alone leads to moksha. Not immediately. Following dharma, the person gains all the virtues. We say it in the Vedantic term, sadhana chaturthaya sampattihi, that all the prerequisites required for the pursuit of jnanam, that leads to moksha. Therefore, to do what is to be done, that alone leads to moksha. That is called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga leads a person to moksha through jnanam. That is why dharma is placed among the first four purusharthas. Purushartha, Purushehi Artyate Prartyate iti Purushartha. It is translated as human goals, human ends, human destinations or pursuits, whatever it may be. There are four Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. In fact, the order is more accurately reflected as Artha, Kama, Dharma, and Moksha, in keeping with the person's natural tendency to go for security and pleasure. Artha and Kama first, but Dharma is placed first because of its importance. When asked what are the four Purushartha, it is enumerated like this: Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. It is enumerated in this order: Artha, Kama, Dharma, and Moksha. Why? Because that is natural for a human being to go after Artha and Kama. First is Artha, then Kama. After that only comes Dharma. Indeed, as per the natural tendency of the person, Dharma comes later. But Dharma, because it is to be followed for the accomplishment of Artha Purushartha, that is, Artha should be gained dharmically, following Dharma. Similarly, Kama also should be in keeping with Dharma. Accomplishment of Artha Purushartha, Kama Purushartha, both these Purushartha should be in keeping with Dharma. Therefore, Dharma is placed first. That's why Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma comes first. So, the enumeration is changed. That is, in keeping with the natural tendency of the human being, the order is Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. But this Artha, Kama also should be in keeping with Dharma. Therefore, Dharma should be given the highest priority. Therefore, it is placed first, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha iti. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha iti. So, therefore, in the enumeration, Dharma is placed first because of its importance. Dharma is placed first because of its importance. So, Dharma as a separate Purushartha, Artha as another Purushartha that is accomplished in keeping with Dharma, not violating Dharma. So, Dharma is a separate Purushartha, Artha in keeping with Dharma, similarly, Kama in keeping with Dharma. So, Artha and Kama, these are accomplished through karma, and the karma should be in keeping with Dharma. Therefore, Dharma is first. That is the order. So, that is the appropriate order. The appropriate order of the Purushartha is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha iti. Fine. Then, the law of Dharma. Because the Gita begins with the word Dharma, in the compound, Dharma Kshetre, the compound is samasa. It's a compound word, Dharma Kshetra. Dharma is one word, Kshetra is another word, Saptami Vibhakti is Dharma Kshetre, in the Dharma Kshetra, in the field of Dharma. So, Dharma and Kshetra, two separate words, are compounded. They are made into one word. That's a compound. In Sanskritam, we call it as samasa. So, Dharma Kshetra. Dharmasya Kshetram, Dharma Kshetram. The field, the place of Dharma. So, Dharma Kshetre, the shloka begins with the word Dharma. So, by placing the word Dharma as the first word, Vyasacharya emphasizes the importance of following Dharma. Therefore, the importance of Dharma is evident. Kshetra is a place, means a place. A place of pilgrimage is also called a Kshetram, Punya Kshetram. It can be a country or your physical body. Yes, Kshetra, Kshetram, Kshetra. In the 13th chapter, Kshetram, Kshetragyam, iti, the words are used. Kshetra is the body, Kshetrajnam means Chaitanyam. So Kshetra can mean the body. Kshetra can be in a country. It means the place. The place can be a physical place or place can be the body. So in the sense of body also the word Kshetra is used. So this body is the place where this body is a place through which the karma is through which karma is done. Therefore, that karma should be in keeping with dharma. Therefore, this shariram is dharma kshetra. You can call the shariram also dharma kshetra. The body, the shariram, also can be called dharma kshetra. This shariram is given by Bhagavan not for abuse, for effective use. How can be effectively used? By following dharma. Following dharma leads to moksha through jnanam. Therefore, this shariram becomes a sadhanam, the means for gaining the ultimate good, that is moksha. And the ultimate good is gained by following dharma, for which we require the sadhanam, the shariram. Therefore, shariram can be called dharma kshetra, your own physical body, or it can be a country also. The whole Bharata, India, was a place where the Vedas once ruled the arts of the people. Therefore, it is Dharma Pradhana Kshetra. There were no place where Dharma is not followed. That is why Dharma Pradhana Kshetra. Bharata was called Dharma Pradhana Kshetra, meaning the predominant ruling factor of all human activity is the law of Dharma. Vedokta Dharma, Veda Utta Dharma. Dharma taught by Veda. So dharma is important and everything else, power, wealth, etc. should be in conformity with it. That is why I said artha should be in conformity with dharma. Kama should be in conformity with dharma. Then only it is a purushartha. At the cost of dharma, if wealth and kama are accomplished, then it doesn't deserve the appellation of purushartha. Artha and kama can be called as called purushartha only when they are accomplished with dharma. Power without dharma is not power at all and is not considered proper. Money without dharma is not true wealth. Artha, which is gained without dharma, is not really artha. Therefore, it is not really a purushartha. Any form of pleasure, kama, should be gathered legitimately, dharma. Therefore, artha kama, that is the wealth and pleasure, the wealth and pleasure should be gained. One has a privilege to gain the wealth and pleasure in keeping with dharma. If dharma is violated and if the person goes after artha and kama, finally he loses himself and that is considered adharma. Therefore, he gets destroyed. Spiritually gets destroyed, not physically. Spiritually, the very purpose of the human life is defeated. Therefore, one has to adhere to dharma. According to dharma, a ruler is to be respected, which is why you don't seek a king's audience with empty hands. Rakta hastam na gachet. When you go to the temple or when you go to the teacher, when you go to a king, one should not go empty-handed. There is a shloka in Sanskritam, Subhashitam. According to dharma, a ruler is to be respected. Why? Because the ruler follows dharma. That is why you don't visit a king with empty hands. You should carry something. You should carry with you some gift. Similarly, when you go to a temple, that is when you go to the temple to have darshan of the Devata, Bhagavan, or to a teacher when you go to the ashram, you always carry something. You buy some fruits, etc. to offer to the teacher. No one should approach these three, Devata, Guru, and Raja, empty-handed. Riktahastam, empty-handed. One should not visit these three. That is why the citizens of India always greet a new king with flowers or some other offering in their hands. That is why you would see in modern times also, the people greet each other by offering flowers. When the when the prime minister, when the person sworn in as a prime minister, he is greeted with flowers because he is a king of the country, he is a ruler of the country. So he is offered flowers. So it's a protocol. It's a protocol. The ruler, the king, who is the follower of Dharma, are supposed to be the follower of Dharma, should be respected. They even did this for Alexander the Great. Until he actually won the war, they fought against him. Once he won, they all lined up and offered flowers to him. It's a protocol because he is a ruler. Therefore, should be respected. The rulers are believed to be the followers of Dharma. Therefore, respect should be shown to them. Because the entire country was ruled by the Vedas, it was referred to as Dharma Kshetra. Why it is called Dharma Kshetra? Not only the Kurukshetra is called Dharma Kshetra, the entire Bharatam is called Dharma Kshetra because people of the Bharata, they followed Vedas. The lifestyle was in keeping with the injunctions of the Veda. Therefore, Dharma Kshetra. Because Dharma prevailed, the Indian people always respected the king. This was known very well by the British. That was why they retained the local kings. These kings ruled the people who worshipped them, and the British ruled the kings, extracting annual tributes from them. Although there were rumblings, they allowed the small kingdoms to exist. The Muslims were able to rule the majority of the people only because of this particular dharma. Add the people of Bharata, the people were adharmic, then nobody could have ruled. Because they were the followers of Dharma, that is why the British and the Muslims and Mughals were able to rule the Bharata. Otherwise, they would not have able to rule the Bharata. Because the people of Bharata were the followers of Dharma, that is why they were able to rule. If they were adharmic, then they could not have ruled the kingdom, ruled the Bharata. Every new world country, previously colonized and subsequently independent, has a history of bloody coups. India, on the other hand, has never had such coups because even today, Dharma is in the very blood of the people. This is Vaidika Dharma. You cannot change it completely, it is still there. India is a peace loving country because there is a Vedic genius there. The whole country is a Dharma Kshetra. It is a place where even the courtyards of people's homes, one can hear talk of the timeless, the all knowing, and the limitless. What a culture it is. Classes on the Upanishads are conducted under a tree for large groups of people. A mountain may be in view and the river Ganga may be flowing by. Here the teacher, a hermit says, all that is there is one. All the dividing factors are but a myth. This is India, Bharata Bhumi. This particular Bhumi, earth or land, has something amazing about it. It has survived thousands of years of deliberate exploitation and destruction only because of the intrinsic worth of the Vedic wisdom. Therefore, it is called Dharma Kshetra. Looking at the words in the first verse, the Kurukshetra is the name of the place from where the Kuru clan ruled, a place named after the head of this clan, whereas Dharmakshetra refers to the entire country. Those who wanted to fight, who had gathered to fight, they are called Yuyutsus, meaning ones who ever desire to fight. Yuyutsavaha, Mamakaha, Pandavaha, Samavetaha, Yuyutsavaha, Yuyutsavaha, Yuyutsu, Yodham Ichuhu, that is people who were desiring to fight, Yuyutsu. So Yuyutsavaha, people were gathered there with the desire to fight. Who are they? Pandavaha and Kauravaha. Iti. And Kurukshetra, where they gathered? Kurukshetra, which is Dharmakshetra. Iti. We'll stop here. We'll continue next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om